Hello, welcome everybody. So I'm here for our next session in Soulful Medicine. So if you don't know me, my name is Vidya, Dr. Vidya. I am a medical doctor. I'm very passionate about suicide prevention, about anxiety, depression, um, and also entrepreneurship and empowerment. So I'm also a life coach as well as an author, and just you can join our free community, which is called Spiritual Wealthy Warriors, which is over on Facebook. um, the link is in the bio, so let's crack on. So this is part of a series called Soulful Medicine: How to Heal Anxiety and Depression Holistically. And I want you to really not have the focus on not taking medication or seeing your physician or your therapist, etc. So it's not about that. This is to complement anything that you might currently be doing. So obviously, do ensure it doesn't constitute medical advice. Okay, so this is something that I've learned along the way in helping along the healing journey for my patients and also my clients as a coach, as well as being when I used to be mental health director and things that I've learned myself. So what I would say is make the goal peace of mind, the opposite of whatever you're feeling right now. I would strongly advise that what I'd love for you to do is to write it down. Write it down. Journaling is very powerful. And the reason for that is actually my alarm going off to meditate, which we'll go on to in a second. But the reason for that is because neurologically, when you are writing something down, right, and don't get too hung up on what that has to look like your journal, diary, piece of paper, whatever it is. But when you write it down, neurologically, you have neurons. Obviously, will go from your brain way down your arm into your hand into the pen or pencil. And when you're physically, writing it out, what you're doing it's a great way of release, because when your mind is not at ease, then your body is not at ease. Okay, and this is how we end up with a dis-ease. If we've got to hyphenate that word, so it's not actually disease, it's dis-ease. Okay, your body is in a state of dis-ease and is obviously then manifesting in some particular form, which might be anxiety, depression, diabetes, cancer, stress, etc. Of course, there are so many factors involved in that, and that's quite a broad statement. I do appreciate that, but this is really powerful, and the reason why is I would invite you to therefore see this as an opportunity of something which you have or you can learn to have absolute control over through the extremely incredible power of your own mind. Okay, so this is also adopting some of the incredible work of people like Louise Hay, Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, Marissa Peer, Benny Siegel, just to name a couple of incredible personal development giants. So I want you to incorporate this into what you're doing and make it easy. So this is a great way to release everything that you're feeling. Does it completely get rid of everything that's going on for you? No. However, we have a mental faculty called perception. Okay, it can really help to really shift your perception of anything that you are currently experiencing in your physical vessel, in your body. Maybe something you're experiencing in your environment, okay, in your circumstances. And it really helps you to go within. This is something which was done and really introduced by Viktor Frankl, who's a psychiatrist who was in the Auschwitz camps, and who really honed in on the fact that the one of the last of the freedoms is your freedom of thought, right, your mind. And if you are experiencing psychosis or anxiety, depression, or any kind of mental health condition, you may not necessarily feel like that. You may not feel that you have control over your mind, but it absolutely is something that can be learned. And you can do that alongside taking medication, alongside therapy. This is beautiful because something you can do yourself anywhere, anytime. Like, look, my alarm just went off for me to meditate. I've just done my early morning clinic. And and then later on I'll be doing my afternoon clinic. So it's a reminder for myself. I practice what I preach to also meditate, right? So I'll be going out for a walk and meditating upon my current, gratitude for where I am right now, visualizing the goals that I've set for myself in my health, including my mental health and my physical health. So in my health, in my wealth and my life purpose, and also my relationships. But it all starts with a relationship with yourself. Okay. So I would, if I could prescribe meditation, sorry, I would. And I actually do tell pretty much most of my clients and patients for whatever condition they have, even the patients that come to me with abdominal pain and they have celiac disease or whatever the outcome is in the physical body, all of them, right, who are awake and who would listen, I do advise to meditate at least 3 times a day. And that could be for like a minute, 30 seconds, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's not really, obviously, the more you can do it, like, it's incredible. But don't get fixed on, I used to do this thinking, well, I don't have time to do 10 minutes. So it's like, it's not going to work. It does work. That's how powerful it is. That's a belief in itself. And to know that even if I meditate for like a minute, and I do that often in between, maybe not every patient, but in between almost most patients, I will do a quick little meditation, no music, nothing, just more in my mind with my thoughts, my intention on, especially if it's been difficult consults or difficult symptoms, or someone's, especially because I see a lot of patients with mental health. So if it's a difficult situation that they've been going on, I'm an empath, so I'm always learning to kind of observe and not absorb. So I also do that for my own energy, and I strongly advise that if you are also a doctor or a healer or work in that in the healing arts, to do that as well. So it's very grounding, it's releasing, it's creating a healthy boundary so that you can go on and serve as well, right? And also so that I can serve myself, so that I can, be the best for those that I serve as well, if that makes sense. So really, you want to meditate 3 times a day, okay? And this can be done in any way. There are lots of meditations on my YouTube channel, depending on where you're watching this. By the way, we do have a separate Facebook group for this particular series, and it is called Soulful Medicine. It's obviously on Facebook. So the link will be in the bio. That's separate to our main community called Spiritual Wealthy Warriors. That's like everyone. And then this one is specific for this program, which is free here on YouTube. And it's really for you to ask any questions. Remember, it doesn't constitute medical advice, but any particular questions, situations, there's a safe healing space, just because it's easy to kind of build a bit more. There's, community there, a bit more of discussion, as well as here in the comments on YouTube as well. Or wherever you're watching this. So do come and join there as well. And this is also being made into a playlist, so you can just kind of watch one after the other. You can also post your questions there as well, and I'll get back to you, or I'll answer it in the next recording. And I do this once every sort of 3-4 weeks, that I'll come on here and go live and answer your questions. Specifically around holistically healing anxiety and depression, and any questions you may have around, for example, meditation, journaling, and other holistic practices that we'll go into, with every session. But I really want to focus on meditation. It's so powerful. It's free. You can do it anywhere, anytime. You don't have to have music. You can use phenomenal YouTube and just type in meditation, anxiety, for example, like 3 minutes. There will normally be some meditation, or I'll just set a timer for 3 minutes and I'll just do 3 minutes of that. And I will have the belief that this is enough for me in this moment right here, right now, that this is fast, this is powerful, this is working. It takes practice, okay? It's a muscle. Your mind is a muscle. Faith, self-trust, self-discipline, these are muscles, okay? So initially is going to feel a little bit like you are going to feel the pull to be like, oh, this is going to work and I don't want to do this, and I've got so much other stuff I can be doing, I don't have time. That is the mind, and that you need to overcome that and feel a little bit of a push at the beginning if you want different results, okay? So a huge part of this is actual personal development, peak performance, personal growth, so many different words for it. So that's why I call my whole community warriors, right? Because it's warriors, so from worrying to warriors, because it's very much about peak performance. I'm very spiritual. It's not really about organized religion as such, but spirituality, I feel for me, is a big part of this. So yeah, there is spirituality. I do believe also in manifestation, law of attraction, or creating your own life, the life that you want. So many different ways of that too. And of course, the holistic healing that I've learnt as a medical doctor and that I practice as well. So with meditation, start to build in, a routine. And I want you to set an alarm on your phone, just as I have done, like here. As you can see, right, this is my alarm. So I've set an alarm for 12 o'clock every single day. It's weekdays. And then I've literally just meditate 5 minutes in the label of the alarm. Okay. And then as you can see here, I have downloaded some affirmations. And that therefore becomes something that you can select as a tone. And so that will come up every day. Look, it's coming up again because I pressed the snooze button, right? So you can hear it coming on like that. So sometimes it will even come up in the middle of a consultation, my alarms to do various things like meditate, journal, go for a walk. And this is it, because I know I've been building up my self-awareness now for some time. So I'll know what I'm like. I know that I'll be like, oh, I've got stuff to do, I've got this to do. And I know I'll need to pull myself out of it, literally with an alarm that goes off to say, no, meditate, no, go for a walk. Okay, you might need to delay it for 5-10 minutes if you're in the middle of a consult or like this. But I know that, okay, after this, that's what I'm going to do. Right, I've got that in there. And that's the difference between reading a book or watching like a free masterclass, like free program like this, and the difference between understanding it, which might mean repetition. So I strongly advise that anything you watch of mine or you read, that you do it like 100 times if you have to, right? That's repetition is mastery. But really then it's about implementation. Okay, you don't want to just be reading and watching lots of stuff. It's the implementation into your life. And only you will know your boundaries and where you are right here, right now. Okay, to know, okay, I know that I'm going to have a lot of resistance to do this. So what's the easiest way? 5 minutes. See, I just said 5 minutes. Can you do 5 minutes? Can you do 1 minute? Can you do 30 seconds? And if I know I might feel initially, I don't know, what am I going to meditate? So I've already maybe got like a meditation app, or I've maybe, I know I'll go on YouTube, or I will have a meditation recording or something, or maybe I'll have a particular scene. Okay. We'll go into this next time, but a particular scene. And that's my goal achieved in the present tense. In my health is ticked in that. Like as in, I'm grateful to be in a healthy body right now, but it's the next level. What does that look like? Fitter, healthier, more energy, more vitality, more vibrancy, right? Calmer, even calmer. I feel like I'm quite a calm person, but even calmer, more responsive, all of those things. I'm just taking everything to the next level. This is evolution, guys. Again, life mastery. So in my health, in my wealth, right? Different ways of serving, of having global reach with my message, right? Of emotional healing and empowerment and entrepreneurship. That's what I'm all about. So how can I do that more, but in a more balanced way, right? Hence why I'm here on YouTube. Well, I have my coaching programs, I have my books, all of these different ways of serving alongside being a doctor. And also my goal is ticked in that, and also in my relationships with myself, how I feel about myself, when expressing my divine truth, my life purpose, me in my different roles as a wife, as a mother, as a daughter, as a sister, as a doctor, etc., as an author, all of these different roles that I have taken it to the next level. What does that look like to me based on my current level of awareness? And I have like a scene, like a 30-second life movie. And it's just one of those scenes. There's obviously going to be so much, but there's a particular scene. Maybe I'm celebrating something with my family, a particular milestone. And this is the exact thing I did, which got me to become a #1 best-selling author, right? So I had the scene that I could see my book, and it had #1 best-selling author on it with the Amazon thing, and it had my name, and I could see the book because I'd already started writing the book, and I'd got the book cover made before I actually wrote the book. So if you want to know more about that, you can go into my How to Become a Published Author program. But I had the book cover made already, so I would use that in my meditation. I'd visualize it, or I'd get ideas of what do I want the book cover to look like. So I'm using the law of assumption. This is the universal law, the law of assumption, basically making an assumption that I've already written the book, it's already done, and I'm kind of working backwards. And I'm writing more books, and it's one of many. And I've got programs based upon the book, which I do now. It's called Wealthy Warrior Lifestyle. So can you see this is all starts with the thoughts in your mind? And often anxiety, depression is when we have forgotten, okay, we've forgotten, or we've taken on somebody else's belief, maybe it's a spouse or a boss or, old friend or whatever. And we've taken that as truth when it's not, that we've forgotten we have a choice in how we want to live our life and the thoughts we want to have and what we're capable and what we're willing to do. And you can do anything that you really want to do. And that's what it means when it says if you put your mind to it first, because it starts with your thoughts. So often anxiety, depression, often, yes, there are traumatic events and things that may have occurred, but often we have maybe temporarily forgotten that actually we have a choice to get out of that, and that we can get out of that, and actually we can create the life that we want. We can create the story that we want and make that a reality. And it starts with our mind, and then we turn that into a reality, and then we're living it. Okay, so do join our Facebook group, Soulful Medicine, as well, for this particular life series, as well as our main group, Spiritual Wealthy Warriors. Do post any questions you may have below. I'd love to know what your what your thoughts are on meditation and journaling, and just any questions you may have about it. That do check out the meditations on my channel as well. There are going to be a lot more meditations coming, and let me know, because I'm here to help, to serve. So let me know what you need help with. All right, love and light. Speak soon. Bye.